Snapchat is taking a trip back in time. Some would say their new feature called Memories that they announced today is the antithesis of what made Snapchat a popular messaging app in its early days. Rolling out today and over the next month, users will find the new feature. And what it allows users to do is save their snaps to Snapchat servers where they can access those memories at a later date. The promo video, I have to say, is pretty hilarious and maybe a little risque, I suppose, towards the end of it. But so what Snapchat is really doing here from everything that I've read is realizing that the photo roll for a lot of people, like the default camera nowadays, is Snapchat. And so that kind of puts Snapchat users in a strange kind of position if what you're using to capture these, these scenes, these events, whatever happens to be happening in your life, is an app that then kind of discards that information and it goes away. This was a strength. This was a feature, has been a feature of Snapchat and has been the selling point for the service for the last 5 years. So this is a big shift. I mean, this is totally a shift in the opposite direction, kind of normalizing with the other services that do these sort of kind of photo-focused things. What do you think about this, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you've been able to save stuff on Snapchat to your local device for a while, but this is different. This is saving it to a server, not just a device. So that makes things a little easier if you're changing from one device to another, if you're upgrading or you lose a phone or something like that, you can now have access to that stuff. It is weird to see Snapchat kind of shift from this ephemeral, temporary existence where things only are there for 24 hours and they disappear. And it's kind of like live theater. You have to be there to experience it. And if you miss it, too bad, it's gone. But I get why they're doing this as more and more people use Snapchat with all the filters to be their photo taking app. And then they think, oh, that picture was really good. And I want to share it again. But it is weird. I mean, Snapchat's kind of had a double whammy, right? Because they just recently, there was the report that came out that said more people of a mature age were joining Snapchat.
Are intruding, yes, interfering on the young's experience.
Yeah, I have a feeling that young Snapchat users right now feel as if the temporary sky is falling.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, we have some Snapchat users. Kara, I'm going to pull you into this for a second because you've got a microphone and you weren't expecting me to pull you into this. So I apologize. But you are an avid Snapchat user. Kara, of course, is the technical director of this show. What do you think about Memories as opposed to kind of what Snapchat has been up until now?
I haven't seen it on my Snapchat yet. I haven't seen it update, but I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I know the point of Snapchat is everything is temporary and will go away, but I actually kind of think it's a cool idea because I have had snaps that I've really, really liked and then never saved them. And later, my friends have even told me like, why didn't you save that one of me? It was so funny. And so actually, if I had saved it or put it in Memories, maybe that would be a cool feature. So I'm not against it. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I think what I find interesting about this is, and we see more and more of this happening right now, is just that these services are pulling from each other. So they start as one thing that's very differentiated from the rest. The Snapchat, its identity has been around the kind of ephemeral kind of nature of the service, the fact that the users that are using it, at least to a certain degree, are cool with the fact that, the stuff that they do with the app and with the service is going to go away and it's not permanent, and that's kind of a feature. But now you've got a service that kind of brings it closer to something like Instagram or whatever. And the other services are getting more ephemeral or getting more security minded. They're all just kind of blurring together at a certain point. But at the same time, I give Snapchat props because they are iterating really well. Like they are taking momentum that they have, and they're not kind of resting in the way that like a service like Twitter has done in the past. They're really kind of capturing that energy and moving forward with it. I think it's a good move.